What I'm saying is that you should try to ask the most simple question. Now maybe we can oversimplify and say that we're here to make a living. Very good. It's all right. It's legitimate to say that. Now, what does that mean to make a living? Making a living means not to be hungry, not to be homeless, not to be without clothing. And also another thing, not to be bored. Person comes home, he worked hard the whole day. Let's ask a person, I'm talking about a goy, I'm not talking about a religious person, a religious Jew at all. And he worked hard the whole day. I say to him, okay, now you came home, now eat supper and go study physics for a few hours. And you think studying physics is a worthy cause? Of course it's worthy, yeah, very good. So why don't you do it? So I'll say, because I worked so hard today, I have to relax. I have to watch television, I have to relax, whatever you do to relax. So I'm saying, okay, good. So one of the needs is to relax. Once you make a living, you have a house, you have a place to live, you have what to eat, and everything is all right. She had children, 2 children, and you have a dog, and you fed the children, put them to bed. You gave the dog his dog food, and you walked him, and he let out his, he cleaned that. And then what now? Now I'm bored. So what do? You go watch television, or you go out. You go out, you go eat in a restaurant, and you sit there at the table, and you order something, and then you look around this one, that one, you look around that. So I'm saying like this, what is all this? All this is filling in empty spaces, what's called in Hebrew, the chisaron. Filling in the chisaron, how do you say it in English? The emptiness, what's missing you. Filling in what's missing you. Why does a person go to work? So not to be hungry, not to be. Because there's such thing as hunger. Why do you buy a house? Not to be outside. So it comes out like these. And why do you entertain yourself, watch television, go to do things that are entertaining? Because you will be bored if you won't do it. If you'll stay home all the time and study physics, you'll be bored. You worked hard the whole day, and you went and studied physics, and the rest of the time it's boring. You need entertainment. So that's also to fill in a void. You got the right word. Now, so it comes out if you stop and think. Now, what I'm saying, you don't stop and think. But wouldn't it be good if a person would take 10 minutes and sit down in that room and not listen to that, turn off the phone and turn off the radio and the television and everything, and just sit down? What am I here for? What am I doing? What does it mean to me?
I think there's a movement now. I saw a big New York Times reporter, I think her name was Judith Schlibowitz, maybe.
Yeah.
She wrote a big article. The world has to keep Shabbos. We have to shut off 1 day a week and not be connected. And I saw Geweret Trump, who was Migayer. She converted and became Jewish. I saw an interview with her father's running for president. She's saying it's the greatest joy to turn everything off for a week and not answer telephone 1 day a week.
Mm-hmm.
And even Geweret Trump.
Very good. Now, what I'm saying is, why is it the greatest joy? You know why? Because you are connected to your soul when that happens. All the running around is to fill the empty void that your body has, your bodily needs. But when you cut off and you shut off, you're connected to your soul. And again, you're connected to your personality. You're connected to meaningfulness. You're connected to something above just what's missing. Just you're connected to something above just problem. Now, once you're connected to that, ask that higher power that you have within you Is there something above this running all the time? Is there something above this just fulfilling emptiness? And the answer will be there is. You yourself should come to that answer.
11:45.
A person can connect to something higher than just running and filling in what's missing you. Now,
Why?
a person can, I'm saying. Wait a minute. I'm saying a person can connect. No, because there's a big question. The question is that all there is to life is just filling in empty spaces? Is that all there is? It sounds very depressing to me. That all life, I mean, you came here just to fill in the empty space of hunger, just to fill in the empty space of the need for clothing, the need for a house, the need to build that, to make the house nicer, the need to hang up paintings and that. Could that be that that's all I'm here for? Could it be? And a person should ask himself that question. Now, Judaism says that Hashem gave Torah and mitzvahs, the study of Torah and the doing the commandments, which connect the person to God. And in general, that means that you get up in the morning, you get ready, you go to the synagogue, and you put on talis and tefillin, and you pray, come home, eat breakfast, you make a blessing before you eat the food, you thank Hashem, you thank God that He gave you the food, you make a blessing, afterwards you thank Him that He gave it. It means you connect your breakfast to Hashem, to God. Afterwards you go to work, and the whole time when you go to work you're thinking, I'm working in order to make money, in order to run a house, which should be a vessel to receive God's presence in this world. And you think that you elevate all your work, all your investments, all your running around, you connect it to some higher force. This is what Judaism says. That means that you could bring spirit into your everyday life through keeping the Torah, living the way the Torah says. Now, I want to warn you, you might not feel it at all. I'm not coming to tell you, you're going to have pleasure if you live a Torah life. You're going to have more pleasure. I'm not saying that, although you probably will, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you can connect to some force that's higher than the running around of every day. And that's Torah, and that's mitzvahs, and that's the way of life that we live. Because of all this, we religious Jews should demand from ourselves, what kind of davening is this that we're doing? What kind of prayers is this? We go to Shalom, we say it up real fast.
Those that say it.
We say the words of the prayer.
Those that don't come in at Kivosus Paro or even in Yisrael.
That's for sure, but even those that come.
You don't know what happens in the late minions.
No, I don't really know. but we just do it. It's like paying dues. You pay the dues that you're religious Jews. You have to go to the synagogue and you have to pray. But we should really feel great joy that we have this chus, the merit to go to shul and daven and say such holy words. Hodu Hashem, Kiro Bishmo Diyu V'Amim Adlos.